Hey people, welcome to the Modern Survivalist channel, and again talking about the situation in Europe. And in case you haven't realized, the world is getting a lot more complicated than it used to be all over. So I suggest you really start preparing a lot more than ever before. For that, I strongly recommend you subscribe to the channel, start watching the videos, and seriously, I know this is what I do all the time, but I seriously recommend you get my books, Street Survival Skills and Surviving the Economic Collapse. Reading these two books will really accelerate that learning curve, that process. It's a lot of information condensed in two books, many years of me doing this very seriously, very professionally, and you can benefit from that if you have these books. Paper, not something on a pad that can be just deleted. Now, I don't really like that, especially in the environment that we're living in these days. So, books in the links there below, available in Amazon as of right now. And this is how things are going, guys. Now, France follows Germany and reinstates border controls due to serious threats posed by terrorism, migrants. The latest blow to the EU Schengen Scheme. So yeah, it used to be that you could just drive around from Portugal, across Spain, all over, up into France, to Germany, and you could do that. I mean, yeah, a few gas tanks, but you could drive non-stop. You would not stop at any point. No passport, no paper, no even, I mean, they had even removed the infrastructure. There was really nothing. As long as you were within the European Union, as long as you crossed legally into the European Union, once you were there legally, it didn't matter in what country it was. Different languages, right? Very different cultures and so on. But you could drive. You could just drive or walk across one place and the other, no problema. Well, that has come to an end because serious threats. Now, the latest country to install border controls is France. France is set to ramp up the intensity of border controls within Europe neighbors amid fear of uncontrolled migration and terror threats just weeks after Germany announced similar policy. In France, neighbors with Belgium, Germany, Italy, Luxembourg, Spain, and Switzerland will be reinforced with increased checks as November 1st, at least 6 months, and so on. So, yeah, now instead of just driving through, you will have a nice French cop aiming at your face with an MP5 Heckler & Koch with a nice red dot. It actually sounds a nice, cute little micro aim point, just like the one I have there in my M4. You see it over there. That is so cute. I mean, it's cuter when they're not aiming at your face with it, but hey, it is what it is, right? How the fuck is it that we ended up like this? Was it really so difficult to put a stop to all the invasion? Was it intentional? Was this the plan to begin with, to reach the point in which you have to militarize everything and you go from having no control whatsoever within your own borders, but also allowing illegal entry from wherever anyone wanted, up until the point in which, yeah, now we have to go back to military police on the streets? Well, I don't know. At this point, who knows, man? It is just sad. But, I mean, some people will be happy. I'm not. I really like the idea of not having an invasion in the first place, having the right to travel around once you entered legally within the union of countries that have agreed to behave like fucking civilized people among themselves. That would be the key word, not with freaking anyone just illegally jumping and invading at their pleasure. But I have this suspicion that it was all intent. This was the plan all along. The plan all along was to end up in this mess where this is something that, yeah, a lot of people are unfortunately okay with. And in many ways, you have to go like, well, this is how we have to stop what you made in the first place. All right. I always like to think a little bit beyond that and realize, you know what, you assholes, why? Why did you wait until this is what you have when we used to not even need it? Why is that you didn't stop people in the proper border outside, right? Where you have the real border, why didn't you stop it then and wait until we got to this point in which in many places it is very, very difficult to even live in peace? Folks, prepare. I'm serious about this. Get ready. We are at times in which so many it is the governments, it's the corruption, it's the evil globalist elite that is more fucked up than ever before, more sinister than ever before. It is the population collapse problem that we have all over the world. I have to do a video about this, but it is 100%. You will see the world as you know it seriously collapse. It is no joke. You will see that. Unfortunately, unless you're like fucking 70 years old or more, you will see it happen. And even, yeah, if you're in good health, 70, you will still probably see it in a few more years. There's just no way around this. It's the way in which the world is changing, is the way in which society has changed, unfortunately, the way in which the collapse of not just the family and traditional values, and no, it's not just that, which is serious enough as it is. No, it's the idea of people fucking not knowing who they are anymore. We've been destroyed by these evil elites to a point in which people don't know what they fucking are anymore, and it shows, and you can tell, and it's obvious for anyone to see if you just look around. See you later, guys. Take care.